Chelsea drew 1-1 with Manchester City at the Etihad. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'll take it. Guys, we are currently at 13 subscribers. Can we get to 30 subscribers by next week? Inshallah. Yeah, so please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, get them all to support this channel. I know sometimes the audio is pretty shit. Sometimes maybe the video is a bit boring, but I'm trying my best, guys. I promise. It's a work in progress. So any like, any comment, any subscriber is greatly appreciated, guys. And thank you guys for those that have already supported the channel. Please continue to do so. And yeah, I appreciate the love, guys. Thank you. So, CALUM McFarlane's at the wheel. You know what? Tell Liam Rosenia, cancel your contract, send you back to Strasbourg. It's okay, bro. We got you have Pep Guardiola, we have CALUM McFarlane. How about that? Anyway, going to the game, we had no Caicedo, no Cucurella, and obviously no proper manager, right? This is his first and only game. Shout out to him, by the way. Went toe to toe with Pep. Some people have said that he outclassed him. It's open for debate, but I think he did very well for his one and only senior game. Before the ball was even kicked and I saw the starting lineup, I was a bit surprised because I saw Jorgensen starting, but then I wasn't sure that Sanchez was injured or not. Apparently he is. Fofana's still ill. So that's why we have half of the Disaster Brothers in By Their Shield playing. And this game we saw why we don't usually play By Their Shield. And then we have Achampong starting at right back, which is pretty new. And then we have Estefao playing for the first time in a while. Yeah, so that was nice to see. Yeah, I thought it was like a okay lineup considering the circumstances, obviously. And like I was just hoping for the best. If you ask me my predictions before the game, it was either we're gonna draw 0-0 or we're gonna lose like 2-3-0. But then, by the way, I saw some Chelsea fans that like actually like wanted us to lose. I think that's freaking crazy because I don't think you ever see me wanting Chelsea to lose in any game, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of how the board has been. Wanting your own club to lose is ridiculous. So shame on whoever like wanted Chelsea to lose. Like Chelsea fans who wanted Chelsea to lose. That's ridiculous. So it was a tale of two halves, right? I think first half we got dominated, and I think the difference in quality between the two teams showed. Cherky was doing his thing. Bernardo Silva, cooked Gusto like once or twice. Haaland had that chance that hit the bar, just switched to his left foot and then like banged it. Yeah, like stuff like that. We can see why there's like a big difference between where Man City are and Chelsea are in the table, and that probably has a lot to do with recruitment, and also because I mean they are coached by Pep and we are coached by CALUM McFarlane. Yeah, but whatever. Anyway, so we obviously went 1-0 down. The disaster brother obviously made a mistake that led to the goal. If I'm not wrong, I think he gave away the ball and then they attacked and then they got it to Ryan Diaz and then Ryan Diaz went one-on-one with Badia Shield, the guy who gave away the ball, and just switched to his left foot and banged it near post. People blame Jorgensen for the goal, but to be honest, I don't really put too much blame on him because Ryan Diaz really he banged that so I can't fault the keeper too much. I actually thought Jorgensen had a good game. Then in the second half, we brought on Andre Santos. We took off Estevao, and honestly, the game completely turned on its head. Like I feel like Andre Santos. I think if I remember correctly, his debut wasn't that good. But seeing him now, I think he's growing more into his position. He's getting more comfortable with the minutes he's getting, with like the pressure of playing for Chelsea and stuff like that. Can really see the quality shining through. Can really see the player that was like really good at Strasbourg last season. So yeah, he was definitely a very good choice by CALUM McFarlane, and Andre Santos literally shifted the tide of the game towards us. I think this could be something that we could implement moving forward, definitely. I think a three-man midfield between Caicedo, Santos, and Enzo, I've never seen it not work out well. So it would be nice to see it happen like from the start of the game. I think it could really help us, especially against like teams like Man City who love to like pop the ball around. I think when Andre Santos joined the game, I think we had a lot more control and we had a lot more like bite in the middle of the park. Estevao, he had a quiet first half. It was a shame to see him go because honestly, with the space that we had in the second half, Estevao would have cooked probably. It would have done a lot better than Neto. But I mean, he's still young, so I guess he's gonna have a lot of opportunities. But I think that's something that Liam Rosinia has to like manage, with all these youngsters, like managing their expectations, managing their playing time, as well as ensuring that they are not playing too many games so they don't get injured and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how the new manager does it. Obviously, we got to talk about the goal scorer, Enzo Fernandes. I think he played one of his best games for us in yesterday night, and I thought that he won most of his 50-50s. He tried his best to progress us up the pitch. I think he was tidy with his dribbling, and yeah, and just as Enzo Fernandez does with his box crashing, which I think he's gotten a lot better at, like with more time playing that role. Yeah, he pops up with a goal, a crucial goal, a clutch goal. It was nice to see him celebrate with the fans as well. I think for everyone at Chelsea, the players, the staff, the fans, I think we've had a very tough week, you know. So I think results like this and those kind of like gestures where you celebrate with the fans, I think it just kind of shows that, the board, they are incompetent. We all know that, but they are just their own separate entity. We are like one collective. Okay, so we have to support one another. That's another reason why I don't agree with people who like wanted Chelsea to lose, because like the board the board has its own problems, right? But how can we turn out against our own players? What did the players do for us? What wrong did the players do to us? Like what wrong did the manager do to us? Like the players and the manager, they're just working with the circumstances that has been shaped by the board. So yeah, I think we are all in this situation together. So I think in this kind of situation, I think that kind of togetherness, I think is very important for us moving forward to prevent this season from being like a total like calamity. Yeah, Enzo was really good. Not gonna lie, I've been a bit doubtful of like his quality over the past few games, but I don't know. It was actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's great performance from Enzo. And then obviously we have Delap. So Delap was brought on. I'm not sure when, but sometime in the second half. He came on for João Pedro, and honestly, that was probably his best game for us so far. Like every time he got the ball, like honestly, the first few times he got the ball, I was like, okay, yeah, he's gonna lose it. Okay, we're gonna lose it here. We're gonna have to run back and defend. But no, he actually did something with the ball. He held the ball up well. He played passes. He was a nuisance, a menace. I mean, as people like to point out on social media, every time he comes on, he has to get a yellow card. He's a menace. He's not the best technically, but he tries his best. Okay, he holds up the ball when he can. He runs the channel and all that. I think he did fine. And yeah, I think probably his best game so far. And probably shows that there is a player there. Like the player that we saw last season at Ipswich. Like no way that player just like disappear. Like I think with Delap, I think it'll be too soon to write him off right now. So I think performances like this, maybe with the new manager coming in, maybe he'll perform even better, and we'll see the Delap that we saw last season. Or even better. Yeah. So those were the players that did well, in my opinion. Actually, most of the players did well. I think Reece James was really good. Jorgensen was fine. Chalobah was fine. Gusto was a bit sus in the first half against Bernardo Silva, but he did the assist for the goal. Yeah, he more than made up for it. Jinking past Nico O'Reilly, and Gusto is fast, bro. So I don't understand why sometimes like on the breakaway he doesn't want to use his pace, but yeah, he just jinked past Nico O'Reilly, put in a good ball, and yeah, led to the goal. So now we're gonna talk about the players that played badly. Okay, where do I start? There's two on my mind. I think if you watch the game, you can pretty much guess who I'm gonna say. And yeah, so firstly, okay lah, let's just talk about. If you talk about Chelsea, you can't talk about Chelsea without talking about Cole Palmer, of course. Cole Palmer was rusty yesterday. Oh my god, he was so rusty. Like when he got the ball in like dangerous positions, it was as if like he forgot what to do in those situations. Like as if last season and the season before he didn't like score or assist from those positions like numerous times. I think there was one chance where, if I'm not wrong, CD gave away the ball. João Pedro gave a through ball to Cole Palmer and it was on the edge of the box, like pretty much like facing the goal, and he kind of like the ball like just got caught underneath him, and like you wouldn't see this from Cole Palmer maybe a season ago or season and a half ago, or even Cole Palmer at the Club World Cup. Sorry, you wouldn't see this, but it's obvious that he's very rusty coming back from injury. It's a bit concerning because this is not his first game back. He's actually been back for a few games. I think people don't realize that, but he's actually been back for a few games now. But he's been really quiet every single game. But today, with the ball at his feet, can tell that he's really rusty. And I mean, I still have a lot of faith in him. I think he's an excellent player, world-class player on his day. But yeah, I think this shows that Chelsea just can't be a team that builds around Cole Palmer. I think we have to have other weapons. Like today, we have Enzo. Hopefully in the future, I'm not sure if this board is competent enough to sign these players, but we need to have other threats other than Cole Palmer, because if our team was solely reliant on him, today we would have lost for sure. Because every time he got the ball, just didn't manage to create anything. You know, he lost the ball, misplaced passes, tried to dribble past people and failed, got tackled and all that. But you know what? Palmer has done enough for us, Chelsea fans, in the past, that he has earned enough credit that even performances like this, like, I can still like forgive, but not too many, yeah. And then we talk about the guy who was, you know how when Benzema said, "On my mother's life, he's playing against us." Yeah, Neto. I'm not gonna swear on my mother's life, but Neto was playing against us. Bro, that guy had to have some kind of someone needs to investigate Neto for some like betting scandal. He was literally playing against every time the ball came to him. It's literally like it's literally what Garnacho did last game or against Villa. Whenever the ball comes to Neto, he just loses the ball. A few times we were on a breakaway, we were like attacking at a really like fast pace, and he just takes the ball and just slows down. Like he doesn't know what to do. He's indecisive, and then he just stops, and then the whole CD defense just gets back in time. Like, what are you doing? Like, we already talk shit about Garnacho for doing all this. Then now our other winger is also wants to do the same thing. I mean, it just shows, like, once again, this shows the inadequacy of our recruitment over the summer, because these are wingers that we're relying on. But okay, I won't blame Callum McFarlane because obviously he's new, but I felt like maybe Gittins should have come on, in this case, and maybe even like Estevao should have been taken off later than Neto. I think Neto to last the whole 90 minutes is like absurd, but it's okay. I mean, our manager just managed us for like one game, so it's fine. I'm not gonna fault Callum McFarlane too much, But yeah, Neto probably a horrible game, and I think that yeah, I think he deserves some bench time. After that performance alone, he deserves some bench time. Please, I don't trust this bot to buy good players, but if any common sense, please get a proper winger. If you want to get a winger that can play on both wings, a competent winger, sure. But please get a left winger, a competent left winger, okay? Priority is competent left winger, competent centre back. Okay, those two. We can get more, but let's manage our expectations lah. These the people that just sack Maresca after all he's done for us. So let's manage our expectations. City, I mean, let's talk about City, right? So like I said, the first half they dominated us, but I think that in the second half, I think they got a bit complacent probably, and like they didn't threaten as much. I think Haaland was pretty quiet other than that shot in the first half, but I couldn't really fault anyone in particular. Like, I don't think anyone in the City team played badly. It's just Chelsea played really well, honestly. And what does this mean for the title race? I mean, City just dropped points, so I think the gap at the top is like 6 points, which is not insanely big if you ask me. Because I mean, Arsenal still have to play City and play out the other big teams, and anything could happen. So the title race is not over yet, but it does make me question whether City can actually win the league this season, or is it just like all written for Arsenal already? Yeah, I couldn't find too much to fault City with. Foden had a quiet game. Cherky was great in the first half, but second half he got really quiet. I don't know. We just turned it up, basically, bro. It's not even like City played badly or what. We just turned it up, and this brings me to my next point. I think results like this, performances like this, show that even with the incompetent board, the tumultuous atmosphere surrounding the club, and the tough week that we've had, right? Even with all things considered, even with Caicedo suspended, Cucurella injured, Sanchez not being around, the fact that we're able to still pull off a result like this in this manner and put in that performance at the Etihad away from home, I think it shows a lot about the potential of these players. Like, obviously the recruitment could have been better, but the players that we have right now, they are not scrubs. Like, even at our very worst, we should not be finishing out of the top. I was gonna say top four. Okay lah, I give you lah. We should not be finishing outside the top five, even with this condition. So when Liam Rosigne comes in, that'll be the expectation. Like, I don't care what has happened this season, you have to get in the top five, because yes, okay, we don't have the best players and all that, but they are not scrubs. People like Reece James, people like Enzo, people like Palmer when he's on form. Like, these players with the right system, with the right management, and with the right supporting cast, which is the board's job, the board of directors' job, to bring in the right players to surround these players with. I think they can excel. Like, this shows that we have good players on our hands, but I'm just scared, and I'm honestly genuinely worried that the board of directors is gonna waste this pool of talent that we have at our club. Okay, so I really hope that for the rest of the season we can pick up our form. I think we have some easy games coming up, so hopefully we can go on a run. Hopefully, and then finish the season strong, and just get top four, and then we go again next season with Liam Rosinia. Hopefully he's still here at the end of the season. He should be lah. Yeah, and yeah, hopefully we make some signings in January. And yeah, I thought it was a very good performance, and honestly a nice surprise. Yeah. So that has been my thoughts for the game. I think we play against Fulham midweek. So yeah, maybe you'll see my reactions for that. And thank you guys for the support on the previous videos. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down below if you have any suggestions on future content that I should be doing. Yeah, take care.